He never left, dude.
We're live.
Shit. Are we? Yeah,
I think so. The timer's moving.
I think we're live. I feel good about it. Not live on Twitter though. I have to update that.
How do you do that?
I can't do it right now. But
why? Just stop. We're only 15 seconds in.
Because we're live. Intro. Welcome to the Morning Skate, episode 335. In typical Morning Skate fashion, I just learned something new about our social media accounts. So there's two things. Our Instagram, we can't include our hashtags in our pictures anymore for some reason. You have to keep them in the caption. So Disco, if you're listening, stay involved there. And then secondly, to go live on Twitter, you need a premium account. So we might need to invest in a premium account at some point. But this is your host, Ked, joined by my co-host, Brownie. Brownie, what's going on, man?
I just tweeted it from the Morning Skate account. I wrote, we are live, but not on Twitter, because that's the Morning Skate difference.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fucking perfect. Yeah, perfect. What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good, man. We haven't podcasted in a while. Work and life and benders and
Off-season
injuries.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, it has been a while. We do have some stuff to talk about. It'd be nice to hop in, talk hockey, join a hockey team, or thinking about joining a hockey team this year. Definitely playing hockey. I just don't know where. What else? Yeah, we have some stuff to kind of, hop into. So let's just figure out what we fucked up the last time we talked.
Hi, this is Mea Culpa, and I'm here to introduce the Morning Skates Mea Culpas with Ked and Brownie.
All right,
yeah, there's some mea culpas and there's some other stuff. So Jonathan Drouin was mentioned on July 1st. You were correct on that.
Hell yeah.
And then
What was I?
You were correct.
Thank you.
Was Botticelli the pasta sauce you were trying to think of?
It might be.
Yeah. Anyways.
Might be.
And then I don't know if you saw this. I don't know. Were you and I talking about the Marvel Universe?
Recently?
Well, since the last time we podcasted.
I don't think so. No.
Robert Downey Jr. came out as Dr. Doom because of the timelines, and they can now bring back all these actors to play different roles.
Yeah, dude. That was sick,
Smart.
by the way.
Smart, because the Marvel Cinematic Universe is taking a fucking pounding as of late.
Yes.
And then, so you know about the orcas, how they're ramping up attacks. Well, two creatures all around the world are uniting. There is a whale in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, which is midway between myself and Hal, who breached and landed on a boat. I don't know if you saw that video.
Yeah, I did see that. That was crazy.
Thank God those kids caught the video, because good fucking luck telling your insurance company that a whale landed on it without that video.
Right. Dude, the kid who recorded it was just like, what the fuck?
Bald eagles are attacking people in Kodiak, up in Alaska, on boats, because they're going too near the nesting grounds, apparently. And then, excuse me, a walrus fell asleep on an ice floe and drifted down from the Arctic all the way down to Ireland. And then he's been like bopping around and going to Ireland, France, Spain. He's like 1,800 pounds, and they hop up on boats to sleep. And he's been capsizing boats with his girth.
That's unbelievable.
So
God. Hold on. So this fat ass walrus decided to take a nap, woke up not where he went to sleep, and now he's just kind of like, they should make a movie about this.
I'm sure they will. And then they built this big flotation for him to hop on, and it's like a raft, and he's been using that, but he's drifted his way back up because they're tracking him.
So if they made a movie about this, what voice would you want? Like, who would be the actor voicing this walrus?
Ooh.
Yeah, you like that shit?
I do like that.
I have a perfect one. Just like he just doesn't care. He's just kind of an asshole. Dennis Leary.
Oh, that'd be a good one. I was going to say Seth Rogen, because I feel like walrus.
Okay, so mine's more of like a dick. Yours is more of like a fun guy. Okay, fair enough.
I'm trying to figure out how to turn up my computer.
Two things about this. So I have become the Killer Whale fan of my friend group. So thanks to you for that. I appreciate that. I got people at work on like Killer Whale TikTok now, and they're like, these things are crazy.
Awesome.
Well, yeah. And then secondly, there's a bald eagle that lives right by my buddy Thorpe's house on the lake. So we see him every once in a while. And I just want to ask you, have you ever seen those videos of like a dude, he catches a fish And then all of a sudden he like holds the fish up or like he throws it in the water, and then they get a fucking bald eagle come in, scoop it up, and fly away.
Yeah, I've seen that guy.
It's on my, like, we have a bald eagle. I just have to get the fish and have him see me with the fish. But now I'm thinking like, bro, what if I got attacked by a bald eagle? Like, what if I got mangled by a bald eagle?
I think they're protected. I don't think you can do anything to them.
I can't fight. Well, I wouldn't fight back because it's a symbol of the United States. I would just have to take it. But like, can you imagine if like Morningscape podcaster Ked dies in Saratoga Lake because of a fucking bald eagle?
We do a memoriam.
There's worse ways to go.
I will say that one time I caught a striper, and as I was reeling in, it was jumping, and I was like, why is this fish jumping? Because it wasn't that much of a fight. Yeah. And all of a sudden a seal jumped up and bit him in half. And I was like, oh, that explains that.
That's
so
crazy.
I reeled in the top half of a striped bass.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, that's talking animals on Morningscape.
Music.
Hey, maybe, yeah, let's talk about hockey. Maybe.
Well, wait, is hockey related because of that commercial where the walrus plays net?
All right, I have. Oh shit, I have to. We were just talking animals. I have one other animal thing I want to share with you. So Banff Wildlife Crossing. They ended up.
Yeah.
Dude, this is sick. So they put this thing up. I forget how much it cost them. It cost them $1.5 million each. There's two of them, and they've reduced collisions by 80%. With elk and deer collisions dropping 96%.
Yeah, so they have them down in the
12 species, including bears, wolves, elk, use the crossings. Fucking crazy, dude. Like the cougars, black bears, and they're saving all these 1.5 mil.
Whew. Yeah, they're really good. They have them down in Florida as well.
Pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, smart.
All right, now we're done with animals.
Okay.
NHL news. Evgeny Kuznetsov was waived for the purpose of a buyout as he is reported to be heading home to the KHL. I put him in the same group as Alex Semin, just kind of like those Russian guys that are pretty good, but just I don't think that they could figure out the NHL, or I'm just going to say the NHL.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like pretty good players, but like
too much freedom in the United States for them.
I think so. I wanted to say that, but I didn't know if that was rude. I don't know if it's a culture thing because some Russians come over here and crush it, but they like those guys who were the I don't know if they were twins, but the brothers. One played for the Canadians. One of them got drunk before a fucking playoff game for the Predators, and he got sat.
Oh,
Konstantins,
okay.
Or whatever. Like you just find like some Russians that might not get it. And like, dude, there was a time when Evgeny Kuznetsov was like electric as shit. Like, didn't want him to have the puck. I hated the bird fucking thing that he did, but he was a really, really good fucking hockey player. Just
when he wanted to be, you know?
Yeah. Just kind of like he kind of played into that like Russian stereotype in a weird way. Like I feel like either Russians are fucking sick or they're this.
Yeah.
Like how many like third or fourth line Russian grinders do you know?
None.
Maybe Barbashev. I'm assuming he's Russian. I don't know if he's a third liner, but whatever. And then Martin Necas signed for 2 years, 6.5, re-upping with the Hurricanes. There was a lot of trade talk about him with free agent frenzy and all that shit. Looks like he's staying put for at least now. This is a player.
Deal, so.
Yeah, and this guy, he kind of has that oh shit factor to him. I don't think he's put it all together, but he definitely, like, when he gets the puck, sometimes you're like, shit, that guy looks like he's pretty explosive.
I don't know how. I was just going to look up how old he is, but I don't know where I put my phone.
Okay, I got you.
I just had my phone. I don't.
So what do you have on Necas?
No, I think he's a good player, and I think this is a smart move. Necas, I think. It's a smart move by him and the team because they're 25. Yeah, so he'll be 27. He can sign a big ticket. If he doesn't, I think this is like, let me see if, we can make it over the top.
I feel like the Hurricanes need this guy to take that extra step for the Hurricanes to be like legit good.
So you think he's going to be? Oh, there it is. You think he's going to be the star that everyone thinks?
I don't know, man. I think there's one more step to this guy's game, and everybody always talks about how the Hurricanes never go out and get that big fish, right? Like, dude, he could be that big fish. And you want to know what? It's definitely doable. If you look at Alexei Lafreniere last year compared to him in the playoffs this year, dude. Players sometimes take a little bit longer to develop. It takes a little bit longer for them to put it together. But this kid, he's getting experience. I mean, how many playoff runs has he already been on?
Yeah, and the minutes he's going to get.
Yeah, so I think this is a good deal. Also, it's a good deal because like you can move that contract if need be.
Yeah.
6.5 for him, 2 years, a kind of a show me thing, retain a little bit of money. So I think all in all, a good move by them.
And who knows how Carolina's cap lines up in 2 years? They may be able to pay him the big ticket too.
Yeah, and who knows if he even starts like the year with the team? He could be traded right now for all we know. So, Florida Panthers at the Panthers practice facility, the dots on the red line have been replaced with the outlines of the Stanley Cup.
I love shit like that. I
guess pimp it, dude. Right? Like you want it, dude. Might as well show it off.
Exactly.
Can't get mad about that. This one I can get mad
Let
about.
me ask you this, though. Hold on. Let me ask you this. Do you know why the red line is dotted?
No.
Because in the old days when hockey was shown in black and white, when the camera zoomed in, you couldn't tell what part of the ice they were on because the lines looked alike, the blue line and the red line. So the red line's dotted. So that way, when you saw it on a black and white TV, you would know it's the red line.
Interesting. Did not know that.
There you
go. New York Rangers signed restricted free agent Ryan Lindgren to a 1-year, $4.5 million hit. To me, this just shows that he's not coming back next year, I would think.
I don't know what to make of that.
It's kind of unfortunate.
Price for the Rangers for 60 games of Ryan.
It's really fucking funny that you say that because all the fucking Rangers Twitter is awful, man. Like they follow like 2 people. Now the thing is, this is good. Lindgren's not going to be worth it. He's not going to be able to live up to it. Like everybody's pumped that Lindgren's gone. People, I don't know how it's weird because his record when he's not in the lineup, I would pretty sure they're under 500. So it's like he definitely has a presence. He might not put the puck in the back of the net, but also he's played with Adam Fox since Adam Fox has been in the fucking league as well. I think Adam Fox can probably play with anybody, need be. But
but there's a whole thing about being comfortable with your partner.
100%. And that also plays into it. Not to mention, dude, this guy, man, I will be so disappointed. This is just another classic New York Rangers thing. Like Ked finally finds a player who has some sort of fucking ball sack, and then the Rangers get rid of him. Like Zuccarello,
they haven't got rid of him yet.
Zuccarello should have been a career Ranger. This guy should be a career Ranger. I understand where his body might break down just because like he's 5'11", but he plays like he's 6'8". Like I get that, but like obviously a huge difference in the room. And it's funny, you hear all these Rangers people and you hear you who doesn't really watch a lot of Rangers games, only when the Bruins really play them, and you're like, dude, this kid, he has an element. And you can't put a fucking price tag on an element. You can't put a price tag on a guy who has the biggest part on the whole fucking team. But I don't know. We'll see. I didn't like it. I was hoping that they were going to kind of reach a deal longer term. But
this is the curse of cap friendly being gone. What's the Rangers cap situation? Were they able? Is this like a bridge thing till they can do a longer contract?
I don't know, man. And also, I love Ryan Lindgren, but 4.5, man. That I feel like that's a lot.
Well, he's top pair defenseman.
True, and he does all the things, but like
he plays. Oh, he doesn't play power play though, does he?
Do you think next week in Mea Culpas we can look up, and maybe Cap Friendly's not around, but if we can, we could look up $4.5 million defenseman around the league?
Yeah,
because if we do that, I would love to be like, what I want, Lindgren or this guy.
Yeah,
I think that'll be like the real difference maker there. So. I think we should start doing little shit like that. Like kind of, hey, stay tuned until next week. I don't think we've ever done that.
Cliffhanger.
I don't think we've ever done a cliffhanger. We've done, dude, this is why we are not making millions of dollars, because it's taken us 335 episodes to realize, hey, this could be kind of a cool thing. Holy shit.
Let's talk about walruses some more.
Yeah, right, dude. Dennis Leary. The San Jose Sharks restricted free agent Henry Thrun to a 2-year deal, $2 million AAV. I have no idea who this guy is. So 2 years for $2 million. Good for you. Do you know who this guy is?
No. But I mean, how much San Jose Sharks games do you watch?
100%, but like $2 million. That means you're like a legit NHL player, I would say.
Yeah, but he's probably bottom pair, right? I mean, third pair.
Yeah, but I feel like we should know that. I'm gonna try to dive into Henry Thrun next week.
All right.
NHL, the list of best and worst fighting teams this past season was published by Bar Down. The best: Philadelphia 96, Dallas 88, Washington 83, Anaheim 68, and Colorado 67. The worst: Ottawa 21, San Jose 26, Nashville 33, Utah, Arizona 38, and Vegas 40.
That means winning percentage of the fight.
I like this, dude. I really do like this.
It's no surprise about Philly. I was surprised with Ottawa being the worst, because Brady Tkachuk's just in there doing everything he can.
Yeah.
But Yeah.
I was
Dallas
expecting
was
to see the
another one I
Rangers
was
on there,
surprised
but
with.
still pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Torrey Krug has been diagnosed with pre-arthritic changes in his left ankle. Will be sidelined 6 to 8 weeks for reevaluation. If it's determined he'll need surgery, he'll miss the entire 2024-25 season. Luckily, Blues signed Ryan Suter 1 year, $775K. Torrey Krug, man. I mean, it's unfortunate. He was electric with the Bruins. Like, you rooted for the guy because he was small, but he battled hard. And it just seems like his body's kind of going against him. And you know what, dude? New York Rangers, Ryan Lindgren, probably the same fucking size. So
no. I think Krug's like 5'9", 5'10" at the most.
Okay.
And electric, yes. I mean, he's great on the power play, but he's not a good defenseman.
Okay.
I mean, who am I to fucking say, right? But you know.
That's our Bruins guy.
Yeah, right.
Montreal. Someone finally woke up Kent Hughes as he made a trio RFA signings. Hughes signed Arbor, Wi-Fi, 2 years, 1.3 mil. Justin Barron, 2 years, 1.15. And Caden Gooley, 6 years, 5.5. Good ticket for him, huh?
Yeah. Good thing for Gooley for sure. And the other ones are great deals for the team.
Yeah. You got to keep that Wi-Fi. Dude, Wi-Fi Rempe is going to be sick.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking we there's some stuff about Rempe in here, I think, further on.
Edvin Bouchard led all skaters with 112 shots on goal. There were 90-plus miles an hour this season. He had another 38 shots on goal in the playoffs. OV is the only other player to have more during a regular season. Bouchard was the only Oiler player to have 70-plus points, 50-plus blocks this season with 82 points, 105 blocks. I mean, have a year.
Yeah.
More Edmonton. The Oilers have named Stan Bowman GM and Executive Vice President of Hockey Ops. Watch out for any video coaches he wants to hire. Jesus, Brownie. Update: nearly 3,000 season ticket holders have signed a petition to have Bowman step down. Okay, here's the thing, dude. I don't. You go first. You go first.
Okay, so I understand from Edmonton's point of view if they think Stan Bowman is their guy, right?
Yep.
I understand from the season ticket holders signing a petition because you get your punishment and then you walk into arguably the best position in the fucking NHL right now with the way Edmonton's trending, right?
Yep.
So he got paid. What was his penance, right? What was he out of the league for 2 years? So I can see both sides of it. Personally, I'm glad that it's not the Bruins that signed him, but yeah, I mean, the fans only have one way to speak to the ownership group, and that's with their pocketbook, so.
I'll tell you this, dude, that was probably not easy for the NHL to do. Considering they know everybody is going to start crying. Like, 100% I get that. So the fact that they did this, I mean, there has to be some support that this guy's trying to be better. That this guy,
he
trying to learn.
He might have put all the work, but then why is Quenneville not back?
He just hasn't been hired yet,
right?
But he's eligible,
right? He's eligible, but is Bowman a better GM than Quenneville as a coach?
I don't think you can really focus on specific people here. I think that the Oilers needed a GM that has kind of been through some shit.
Yeah. Well, it definitely takes the pressure off McDavid having this fucking guy.
Yeah. And like the 3,000 season ticket holders sign a petition. If you don't want the tickets, give them to people who will happily go to the games.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt they'll have no problem selling those tickets.
Like, these
want.
people
I will say this.
That pisses me off.
I will say this. It was good that I saw that Bowman reached out to Kyle Beach. And he was the one who let him know. And I don't know the context of the conversation, but the fact that what's his name? What's the writer up there?
Oh, the Westbrook dude?
Yeah. The fact that Westbrook didn't have a big article about
Westhead, Westbrook.
Westhead, right?
Yeah.
Rick Westhead. The fact that Westhead didn't have a huge article about Bowman probably means that the conversation with Beach went pretty okay.
Yeah. I mean, that guy fucking loves just pissing people off. So New York Islanders have signed restricted free agent Oliver Wahlstrom 1 year, $1 million. Bust. He's bust. The Rangers have bust too. I'm not just saying it because the Islanders.
No, I know, but 1 year
was supposed to be fucking pretty good, dude. I remember, who did we draft? I wanted Wahlstrom, and we ended up drafting somebody else. And this is the kid who did like the fucking Michigan at the TD Garden when he was a kid.
In the mini one-on-one.
Yeah. Never put together. The Flyers have signed right wing Travis Konechny to an 8-year, $8.75 million AAV. We'll make the health bombs easier to swallow. He'll be in Philly well past Torts. So he signs this deal, and I think, damn, dude, I knew he was good, but like, I wonder where he was drafted. Like, I wonder if he was like a late pick, whatever. No, he was a first rounder. Then I'm like, oh, I wonder if the Rangers had a pick that year, if they picked before him or after him. Don't worry, they didn't have a pick that year. But this guy, man, I put him on. He's like one of my first picks. Like, if I were to fucking pick an entire team in the NHL, he'd be a top 5 pick for me. I fucking love his game, dude. He can score. He's a fucking rat, dude.
I haven't seen him. Is he on any of the 4 Nation teams? He's Canadian, right? Or is he American?
I think he's Canadian. He's Canadian. He's got to be. And dude, I wish he was American. He's fucking, dude. I think he is so fucking funny. His chirps are hilarious, and he backs it up, dude. He's a hell of a fucking hockey player. So good for him. 8 years, 8.75. He would be a jersey of another team that I would get.
Oh, that's what we should do sometime. We should take a pool in the group text of everyone's jersey. They could pick one current player from every team.
Yeah, I think Konechny might be it. So yeah, good on him. 8 years, 8.75. NHL scoring. The list of goals by the decade have been compiled. Bobby Hull had the 60s, Esposito had the 70s, Gretzky had the 80s, and then we have this. So this is just
this is for you to guess. That's why I have
who had the most goals within these decades.
Yeah, Konechny is Canadian.
90s. I'm gonna say Gretz, dude.
No, Gretzky was the 80s. Oh, it's on there. Yep, sorry. 90s was Brett Hull. Brett Hull.
Brett Hull.
Yep.
2000s. It's 2010s has to be Ovechkin.
That's correct.
2000s. So went Hull, blank, Ovechkin in the 2000s. Who was really successful in the 2000s? I feel like the Devils were pretty good. I feel like the Avalanche were pretty good. Neither of them have like big scores. It's neither of those teams, right?
No.
I don't know. Give me the 2000s. This is going to piss me off.
Jerome McGinley.
No way, really?
Yep.
Never would have guessed that. What?
That's why the whole reason this stat's mentioned.
Dude, for real? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's a sick stat, dude.
He had 50 goal seasons a few times in there.
There had to been some lockouts in the 2000s, probably.
2004, there was a walkout.
Yeah.
I think this one.
And then 2020s has to be
Squid.
I want to say McDavid, but it's not. It's got to be Austin Matthews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Squid was my hint.
Good stat though, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Like, I think Jerome McGinley is a really good fucking hockey player, but all those dudes that I listed, I have them in like the top echelon. The fact that his name's with those guys, that's sick.
That's him, man.
That's really good. And he wasn't a pussy. Calgary, the
only one on that list that would fight.
Yeah. Ovechkin did one punch somebody, but Calgary, the renovation's underway as the Jumbotron has been lowered and removed ahead of replacement. The new home of the Flames will be 2 blocks from where the Saddle Dome is now. The facility is nearly $1 billion and jointly funded by the city of Calgary, the province of Alberta, and the team. There will be a main NHL rink as well as a practice facility and is on track to break ground this summer. Also, they signed restricted free agent Dustin Wolf, 2 years, $850K, and
that's
also
a fucking deal for Dustin Wolf.
And congratulations to our boy Jenkins. I just want to give him a quick stick tap.
Oh, he was going to be my hero of the week, so we'll do it right now. Jenks, my hero of the week, got married, and he must really love her because not only are they got married, they also work together as well. They're partners as paramedics, so she must be a keeper, or she has super low standards. So, just kidding. Good on you, Jenks.
Congratulations, buddy. Columbus signed restricted free agent goalie Jet Greaves, 2 years, 1.63. Never even heard of this guy. And they announced that Dean Evison is the new head coach of the Jackets. This is the dude that like fucking freaks out in the wild, right? Yeah, he's sick. This is a good hire. I like this. Holy fuck, night and day compared to the last one. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Vegas has a new ECHL affiliate, the Tahoe Night Monsters.
Have you seen their logo?
I have not.
You should look at it. It's pretty sick.
All right. Whoa. KHL.
Yep.
Junior League will test a new overtime rule in the 2024-25 season. Players are not allowed to skate with the puck back to their half of the ice in overtime. A minor penalty will be imposed upon the team starting with the second violation of the rule.
They can't circle back to get a change.
But they can do it once?
Well, you get a warning the first time. The second time you get, I think then they go 4-on-3.
Interesting. Okay.
Or 5-on-4, whatever they do.
More from the KHL. For the first time ever, a charity game was played in Moscow featuring stars from the KHL squaring off against Russian-born stars of the NHL. Game ended in 8-8 tie, but featured Malkin, Ovechkin, Panarin, Svechnikov, Buchnevich, Orlov, Kovalchuk, and Voronkov.
This was not available to be seen anywhere. I looked everywhere trying to watch this.
Yeah.
Would have been sick.
Pretty crazy that Panarin was there. That's kind of
nice. So I was thinking the same thing. Apparently, whatever went on with his family and Putin has been swept under.
Has to be, because there'd be no other reason for him to be back.
Right.
The Hershey Bears won the Calder 2 times in a row.
Yep,
cool. Played at that rink. Cool rink. Toronto, the Leafs signed Connor Dewar 1 year, 1.18. The Canucks have signed Daniel Sprong 1 year, 975. This is a guy that Rangers Twitter fucking loves to jerk off to, but can't seem to keep a home. Matt Rempe trained with longtime NHL tough guy George LaRock. After the sessions concluded, the Rock had this to say about Rempe: wait until you see him next year. He isn't looking for fights. He will hit guys, so guys will go after him, but they'll regret it when they do. This is big because
I know LaRock loves to see his name in the papers and stuff, and he loves every time a camera's in his face, but he seemed legit impressed with Rempe.
So this is gonna be the third time I've had this conversation with somebody about this. We can agree Rempe's huge and he can throw. We can also agree that the defense was kind of lackluster in terms of fighting last year.
What defense? Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I know that George LaRock was a bad mamma jamma. Like I knew he was a big tough guy. But I really can't think of any fights where he just beat the shit out of people. Like I feel like he was a very strategic fighter. Like he would bear hug you and he'd get you, but he wasn't like a dude who just stood back and threw, right?
Well, I think what you're saying is exactly it. I think he was disciplined and I think he was technical.
Which is exactly what Rempe needs.
Right. And I don't ever remember LaRock getting like severely hurt or cut, and he fought everyone.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
It's not going to hurt Rempe by any means.
No, and he's also training with Chris Kreider now. He's up in New York already training for next season. So what I like about this kid is he clearly can't skate well. I think everybody who's ever watched a hockey game before watches a hockey game when he's out there. You're like, wow, that guy looks way different than all the other players. Like
one of these things is not like
yeah. But you can't. But like, dude, I just love the fact that all he wants to do is play in the NHL. Yeah. And like he's doing shit to do it. And that's what he said last year when he was scratched. He's like, listen, Laviolette has confidence in me. And when they interviewed him, because I mean, dude, he was such a hit in New York. Coaching staff's going to get questions about it. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
And they kept saying how he was like the first one on the ice, the last one to leave, always working with the skills coach. Yeah, like it seems like this dude just really, really desperately wants to live his dream in the NHL. And it's fucking really cool to watch because he's a very likable like kid off the ice in terms of like interviews and shit like that. He's just happy-go-lucky. He's just one of the boys. He's pumped to be there. Good old Western Canadian kid. Yeah. Love to see that. And he's out there doing the fucking work that needs to be taken in the NHL. He might not even fucking have a career in the NHL. Last year might have been a 1-year thing, but the kid's fucking trying. And I respect the fuck out of that.
You remember Terry O'Reilly from the Bruins? Yes. So Terry O'Reilly was not a great skater, tough as nails.
Yeah.
But he would work on all the little things like you're talking about Rempe. And there's a story about Terry O'Reilly. He used to stay for like an hour after practice, and he would go along the boards and he would do laps in both directions around the boards, no stick, just a puck in his feet because he'd be in so many scrums. He wanted to get better at it. And that's what you got to do. So,
and like, dude, it is like, I know people think fighting's out of the game and shit, but it is really, really nice to know that you have somebody on your bench that isn't afraid of fucking anyone. Like that's sick. That is so fucking cool to have.
And he's there.
Good energy. He needs to learn how to. Yeah.
Tom Wilson's not going to do to Panarin what he did if Rempe is on that.
He has to learn his body a little bit more. But like, dude, he also didn't really start playing until like the second half of the year. We're gonna have a full year of this shit, dude. Like we're gonna have a full year
and what he did off season.
Him and Wilson, him and Nicholas Delorier.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi. Like, dude, there could be some fucking good tilts coming up with him, man. Which is sick. Oh, McDermott, like they're definitely gonna go again.
Oh yeah. It's the reason McDermott got that ticket.
So I like what Rempe's doing. I think it's really good to see. More Rangers, they resigned restricted free agent Braden Schneider, 2 years, 2.2. Another deal that I really don't like, and I don't like it.
That's a depth defenseman for 2.2. That's the going rate now.
Oh, I would have given him fucking 8 years, dude. This kid's a fucking stud, an absolute.
Yeah, but they didn't
stud.
need to. They didn't need to.
It would be nice. I feel like the Predators did this a ton, where they would get a young kid and they thought he was pretty fucking good, and they'd lock that motherfucker up for like 7 to 8 years at a reasonable fucking like.
Yeah, there's two schools of thought, right?
This is a kid you do that with.
Yeah,
dude, I would give him $3.5 million for fucking 7 years. Send it if he would agree to it.
We have to look at Puckpedia now. So
yeah, Braden. Yeah, but dude, his Puckpedia is not going to show up because he's on the third pair. He shouldn't be on.
No. They'll have the Puckpedia will show the whole roster and the money how it breaks down. So
true, but I just feel like.
Well, no, the Rangers could be up against it. That's what I'm saying.
True. I feel like this kid hasn't even scratched the surface of what he can do. Like truly, I think, and especially towards the end of last year, they paired him with Keandre Miller, and they fucking looked really good together. So we'll see what happens there. Trouba's skating. I can't wait to see what happens with his ankle coming back. But so what we got there. The LA Kings signed restricted free agent Quinn Byfield, 5 years, 6.25. That's a pretty good hit. I didn't like this deal because that means Lafreniere's probably going to end up getting paid pretty good. And I don't know where the cap is. And we can kind of look that shit up. A good deal for this kid. He's really kind of come out of his shell. Big body, hard on the forecheck, finishes his hits, has like some cool, flashy plays every once in a while where he varies.
Build around.
100%, especially with Kopitar on the tail end.
Yeah.
Is he on the tail end? He's on the end.
He's on the tail end of it for like the last 6 years.
What an underrated hockey player, dude.
Completely.
Holy fuck.
Well, Doughty's
now they have another fucking center. Now they have another center who's gonna
exactly.
God damn it, dude. Tampa Bay Lightning signed restricted free agent JJ Moser, 2 years, 3.38. Are these names real, dude, or are you fucking with me?
No, that's real.
Who are these
JJ
people?
Moser?
No.
Yeah, he plays. Yeah.
Oh my god. Ottawa sent Robbie Jarventie in a 2025 fourth Edmonton for Xavier Bourgault and Jason.
Well, Ottawa's, Edmonton's really high on this kid, Jarventie, however you say his name. They're really high on him for some reason.
All right.
So,
Dallas center Maverick Bourque was named winner of the 2024 AHL President's Award. The award is given to the player who displays overall excellence during the season. Congrats, Bourque.
Sick name for that kid.
Good hockey name. Yeah, really sick name. Sabres signed restricted free agent. Oh boy. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen.
Yeah.
5 years at 4.75. Guess he'll compete with Devin. Yeah, good call, dude.
That one to me, I was surprised at because he's an RFA, but that's a long ticket unless they don't think Levi's going to be the guy.
4.75 isn't all that much though. And
Levi's
Sturkin wants like 12. So if you could find two goalies that are making 6.
Well, if you could 2 goalies combined for about 8, you're doing all right, I would think. Yeah.
More Buffalo. One fan had enough of being let down by the local sports teams. In her obituary, Nancy asked that her pallbearers be made up of Bills and Sabres so she can be let down one last time. Holy fuck, dude. What is that, a kick in the nuts, dude?
Mic drop from Nancy beyond the grave.
Minnesota, the local boy, was staying home. Brock Faber, 8 years, 8.5. Good on him. Hell of a player. Came out of his shell this year. Challenged Bedard for Rookie of the Year, right? Like there was a conversation about it. Good for Minnesota. I think there's like pictures of him at Wild games, like sitting like right up against the glass, like
stuff.
So sick. The Devils signed restricted free agent Nico Dawes, 2 years, $812,000.
Yeah.
Hockey Alberta had the Hall of Fame ceremony last week. Inductees: Jerome McGinley. Iggy was joined by Billy Day, Dave King, Kelly Kizio, Craig McTavish, and Shannon
Sabatos.
Sabato says this year's inductees.
Yeah. Hey, just trying to get his name out there.
Shocking. Wayne Gretzky, sad of the week. The great one scored his 1,000th NHL point and his 424th career game played at 23 years old.
Yeah.
To put this in perspective, the second fastest was Mario, did in 513. Technically, Gretzky is the fastest and second fastest as he scores 2,000th point and only another 433 games played. That's fucking crazy, dude.
So he scored 2,000 points in 857 games played. That's more than 2 points a game in the NHL.
That's fucking nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy. And he weighed 140 pounds back then, soaking wet.
Dude, if you look at his stats, I feel like the Oilers should have won way more cups.
It just shows you how hard it is.
Yeah, I don't know. Talking point: which team will fare best under the new head coach? Buffalo with Lindy Ruff, Jersey with Sheldon Keefe, San Jose with Ryan Moravsky, Columbus with Dean Evanson. Wait, I think we messed up here.
Oh yeah, no, Evanson. Arneal's not. Yeah, Arneal is not in Columbus. Where is Arneal? Go ahead, keep going.
Dan Bylsma with Seattle, Ottawa with Travis Green, Toronto with Craig Berube. I have 2 answers for this. You probably can. I have 3 answers for this. You can probably guess my 3.
Go ahead. So Scott Arneal is the Winnipeg coach.
Okay. My first one might shock you a little bit. I think Sheldon Keefe is going to be pretty good for Jack Hughes.
Okay.
Lindy Ruff was awful. I think
Lindy Ruff in Buffalo is going to get a big pop because they love him there.
Unless they struggle.
It's fair.
But
Berube is going to want to fucking kill everyone.
I think Berube is going to be sick.
I think he's going to struggle with that team.
Unless the team buys in. And if the team buys in, Brownie, they are going to be fucking nasty.
Some of the guys are going to buy in, but I don't see Matthews, Marner, Tavares buying in.
If you look at Matthews and Marner, who were their head coaches? Babcock, who was a fucking sociopath, and Sheldon Keefe. They have yet to have a dude of Craig Berube's stature in that room.
Yeah, all right. I can see that. I mean, someone
can you
like
imagine if they buy in. Like, I think we have a pretty good pulse on who they are. Well, we think that we kind of know who they are as players, right? But like, dude, Craig fucking Berube, man.
I think someone like Max Domi might buy in. As much as I can't stand Domi, I think he may buy in with the physicality.
Can you imagine if Austin Matthews like changes his game and becomes a little bit of a cocksucker now?
Not a fucking chance.
But could you imagine?
It's never going to happen in a million years.
Oh, it'd be electric though.
I think you could see Seattle under Dan Bylsma do well. I think he's a heck of a coach. I know he had Crosby, but I think he showed what he can do in the AHL. And I think that unfortunately the team he's got sucks. But Warsofsky in San Jose, I think Warsofsky is a good masshole guy. I think he's going to go out there and fucking kick the shit out of them.
That's just what the Sharks need, is another masshole. Columbus, Dean Evanson.
Yeah, that could be interesting as well. And didn't what's his name? What's the fucking winger who was a Winnipeg Jet and wanted out of Winnipeg, went to Columbus?
Line.
Now he wants out there, so
we'll see.
Yeah.
Dump and change, dude.
Oh yeah. So, unfortunately, a lot of deaths to start off. So, Dr. Ruth Westheimer passed away at the age of 96. The psychologist who became known as America's best-known sex counselor was smuggled out of Germany ahead of the Nazi takeover to Switzerland and was later trained as a sniper during the War of Israeli Independence. She began her media career with a radio call-in show and expanded to a national TV show in the late 80s. She was well known for her charming demeanor and candid advice, including her "Get Some" tagline. She was this little Jewish lady who talked about sex and how you had to. It was, dude. You look up some of her clips on YouTube. She was hilarious. Hilarious.
What is a sex counselor? Somebody teaches you how to have sex?
She would talk about intimacy and like what you needed to do to please your partner, and very candid when stuff like that was not being talked about.
So when did she retire? Did she do this all the way up to 90?
She did this pretty much up until I would say maybe 10 or 15 years ago. But she was always like this little old lady. Yeah. Yeah, it was funny.
Oh, well, rest in peace, Dr. Ruth.
Yeah. Richard Simmons, fitness and health guru, also passed away at the age of 76 in California. He got his start in Beverly Hills, catering to overweight clients, and expanded to TV and DVDs and VCR tapes because it goes way back with his Sweatin' to the Oldies series. His outgoing personality landed him as a staple on Late Night with David Letterman, along with other TV spots.
Did he ever have a mental breakdown, or am I making that up?
Well, there was this whole story about him that he had a breakdown in the fact that his housekeeper possibly was keeping him captive in his Beverly Hills home.
Okay, there was there was a story like that.
Never proven, but yeah. And then actress Shannon Doherty, who passed away at the age of 53 due to breast cancer. The 90210 alum appeared in nearly 20 films such as Heathers, The Naked Gun, 33 1/3, and Mallrats, as well as a number of TV shows, including a regular character on Charmed. And really sad, someone mismanaged her money, someone like a tax guy or finance guy, and her health insurance lapsed. So she couldn't go to the doctors, and this breast cancer was not caught until it was too late.
No way.
Which is horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last one, Bob Newhart, who passed away at the age of 94 in Los Angeles. The deadpan comic was known for his dry demeanor and stammering delivery. He won 3 Grammys and an Emmy, as well as a Golden Globe in a career that spanned over 60 years. He released a number of comedy albums, as well as appearing in nearly 20 films with another 40 TV shows. He was awarded with a Mark Twain Award in 2002, is listed on a number of top 100 comedians of all time. Actually, don't you watch The Big Bang? Didn't you? Yeah. That one of your shows?
Yeah.
He's been on The Big Bang a number of times. He was like
I know who you're
their version of Bill Nye the Science Guy. Super funny. And so he had 2 TV shows, right? One was the Newhart Show, where he played a psychiatrist with this like cast of characters that would like invade his life, right? And it was all like every week it was another like hijink or whatever. And his wife was this very accomplished stage actress. I think her name was Suzanne Plachette, very attractive woman back in the day. So that show came to an end. He then did another show called Newhart, where he was a innkeeper in Vermont. Mm-hmm. And he had hi, I'm Daryl. I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. My other brother Daryl, was like a recurring thing. And it was really funny show, but they ended the second show. The very last episode, he was in bed, and all of a sudden he goes, and he wakes up and he's like, oh my God, I had the weirdest dream. I dreamt I was an innkeeper at this hotel in Vermont. And the actress from his first show was like, oh, just go back to bed, honey. So it was like 30 years later. It was such a great idea for a show. So anyways, all right. So Brazilian soccer goalie Ramon Souza was shot in the leg by police during an on-field scuffle after a match. His team, who lost the match 2-1, were involved in a scrum after the final horn when a member of the specialized policing company fired a rubber bullet into the thigh of the netminder with a fucking M16 rifle. Souza is reported to be in no danger of losing his life or his leg. But it was the craziest fucking video. The guy just really casual. He was just like, bang, shot him in the leg. Former Raider wide receiver Tim Brown hit a hole-in-one at the American City Championship on a par 3 and won a Mastercraft X24 bass boat valued at over $200,000. He was playing in a foursome with former NFL running backs Marcus Allen and Jerome Bettis, and had no idea he won the boat until Allen informed him.
Some people just got it.
Yeah, no shit. Tim Brown's a stud. And then there was a powerful moment at Miss Kansas where Alexis Smith called out her abuser who was in the pageant crowd that day. During the interview portion of the contest, she said, "My vision as an Miss Kansas is to eliminate unhealthy and abusive relationships. As a matter of fact, some of you out in the audience see me very emotional because my abuser is here today. But that's not going to stop me from being on this Miss Kansas stage and from representing as the next Miss Kansas." She's an ICU nurse and a strong advocate for women in abusive relationships. So good on her.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude.
That takes some fucking jam. Yeah. 2 astronauts, Sunita Williams and Barry Butch Wilmar, are currently stranded on the ISS for now over 50 days after their mission called for an 8-day stay. The government contractor that won the bid to take these 2 heroes up and back, Boeing, who can't get a plane to fucking work. They won the contract. So they're fearing, due to mechanical issues, the trip back to Earth would end in catastrophe. So these 2 people are stuck there waiting.
So if you're having a bad day and you're like, life fucking sucks, I don't, at least you're not these 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Just floating in space for 50 plus days.
Yeah. And then lastly, what were you doing at age 14? Kevin Sullivan became the youngest player ever to debut in a North American professional sport league. When the midfielder took the field for the Philadelphia Union in Major League Soccer, he broke Freddie Adu's record by 13 days. So 14 years old playing pro fucking soccer.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Yep. It's crazy.
That's crazy. I don't have anything with the Rangers. We kind of went over it.
Yeah, Bruins. Just everyone's just waiting for Swayman to sign. that's what it is right now. That's what everybody's doing.
Northeastern.
Oh, Northeastern. Megan Carter, friend of the podcast, was named the Hockey East Academic Champion. The award goes to a player that exemplifies outstanding achievements on the ice and in the classroom.
Do you think it's exhausting? Do you think it's exhausting winning all these awards all the time?
For her?
Yeah, dude.
Her poor dad's probably having to build a whole new trophy room.
Oh, my God.
And another friend of the podcast, Gwyneth Phillips, was signed by Ottawa to a 2-year deal. So you're going to see the Great Wall of Phillips, the Great Wall of Gwyneth, whatever we called it. And then Eloise Caron was the most recent signee. And I got the skinny from Carp. She's a high-end offensive talent, very tough, excellent in tight, and will have a huge impact right away. And he told me when we were talking that, and he's probably going to get mad at me for this, but she has an edge to her that makes Chloe O'Rourke look soft. So good on her. Oh, and then lastly, I wanted to chirp one of the other new freshmen, Tristan Thompson, the new defenseman. If you don't follow the Northeastern women's hockey team on social media, you should, because Delaney and her crew do a great job with all these videos. And they did a what do they call a blind ranking of other Thompsons in the world of sports. And Tristan listed everybody, and then she got to the last one, and it was her Captain Taze, and she had no place to put her except for the 10 spot. Ooh. So tough bid for camp, I'm sure. So that'd be pretty funny. So that's it.
All right, man. Go Huskies.
Yeah.
Beer League Roundup, Beer League Hockey, Beauty Unis. All right, Brian, let's see if I can do this, bud. We do this every time.
Superior quality jerseys, complete hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel.
A+, dude. I needed that right there. Hold on. I'm almost there. Yup. Share it. And here we go.
Whoa.
Yes. Okay.
Look
so
that's like the Bad News Bears.
It is the Bad News Bears.
Those bail bonds.
Dude, these are unbelievable. It's really funny. And dude, I would wear that everywhere.
Yeah, that's sick. I like that.
So if you're not watching us on YouTube, go on our YouTube and watch us. But we're checking out, again, Beauty Unis, Beer League Jersey Week, Bad News Bears. These hockey jerseys essentially just look like the Bad News Bear jerseys, which I think is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, they do. I like the colors, too. Nice and clean. It's not a bright white. It's like a cream white.
Yeah, dude, they're fucking perfect. And it kind of ties into not playing hockey, but playing softball this summer.
Yeah.
We won the pennant, 11-1. We're also 10-2 in the other one. So we got big playoffs coming up. Up. I played in a game last night, and I got a little bit fucked up before the game, Brownie, and I will never do that again because holy fuck, that was the worst experience of my life. I was so fucking miserably bad. It was terrible. But there was one inning where 4 or 5 fucking absolutely hilarious things happened. I couldn't stop laughing, dude. I'm standing at shortstop, and I literally could not stop laughing. But ties into the Bad News Bears. Hockey-wise, I am joining a team, I'm pretty sure, or starting my own team. We kind of talked off air about it, but pumped. It's the same team I was on before I moved to Nashville, so it'll be nice to kind of get back into the hockey swing of things this winter. I'm pretty fired up for that. But what do you got for us?
I played last week in a league game. I got the call to fill in, and I got there, and they're like, "Yeah, Brownie playing center." I'm like, "God damn it!" So yeah, it was fun though because Gary wanted me at center because he knows I like to pass, and I played center for the first period. Then I slid back to D for the second. They had this one guy on the other team that was playing way lower than he should have, and I could not contain him on D. So I was like, "Kev, you need to go back on D," because Kevin's 6'4". So Kev, you need to go back so you can get that radar sweep fucking stick.
Yeah.
The guy, I think the teams that we won 9-7, and I think this guy had 6 of their 7 goals.
Okay.
Just an absolute weapon. But your boy contributed on the offensive end. I think I had 1 and 2. So
there you go.
Take it. Yeah, and Gary loves playing with me because I pass him. And shout out to Joe, one of the guys I was playing D with. Joe pulled me aside. He goes, "Stop fucking passing." He goes, "You are overlooking shots to pass." And then when I scored, I was like, "That was for you, buddy."
There you go. Debating this week, we are going to be superstitions, yeah?
Yeah.
So we've talked about taping sticks. I always tape my stick in my place. I guess that would be kind of considered a superstition because it lets me dial in. Put on some fucking Avicii on the way to the rink. Get there. I like getting there early. I like kind of being like the first one there. I cannot stand it when I'm the last one in the room. Like I kind of like picking out my own little spot, setting everything up. Don't have to fucking worry about it. Yeah, dude. And then I just kind of hang out, pack a lip, drink a beer, get on the ice. I think superstition, I'm always the last one in the handshake unless we lose, then I'm the first one. And yeah, I think those are kind of mine. Do you have any like other than like the feather on your stick? What else you got?
Oh yeah. Well, I gotta have the watermelon gum. I like to get dressed one side then the other side.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I try to be early, but I never am. I never leave the locker room before the goalie to go out.
Okay.
I like to do my same warm up, 3 half laps and then a stretch. I hate starting the game.
I always start, and I always like before it happens. Like I kind of like to be the first one out there. So when people skate up, I kind of skate back to the goalie and give them a hey, let's fucking do this thing. So it's kind of like in Miracle, you know, when they kind of go up to like the fucking draw all together, it kind of looks like that.
On this team that I'm playing on now, I somehow have found myself being the last one through the handshake line, which I kind of like. I think that's it. What's funny is everyone we interview like that we talk to, and for some reason Taze Thompson sticks in my head the most, probably because she was adamant that she doesn't have superstitions, that she has routines. And I, every time they say that, I'm like, it's the same fucking thing.
Yeah. It's just more professional. I bet the scouts, scouts are looking for
same thing.
Scouts are looking for a routine, not a superstition. Superstition, you're probably a bit of a wild card, realistically.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think that's it I have for superstitions, I think that's pretty, that's a fucking enough. I mean, but there was years ago, I used to play with this one guy and we played forward together. We played D together. And I always sat across from him in the locker room, wherever he was. And I would watch him when he put his knee pads on, then I put my knee pads on. And it was like a mirror thing. Oh, I will say when we went up to the tournament in Canada, once we won the first game, everybody was like, "Go sit in the same seats," the next game.
Yeah,
same seats, stuff like that. I think it's all in good fun, as long as it's not like if I forgot watermelon the gum, I'm still gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like a crippling superstition.
That's fair.
But yeah. But there are people that go way, way more than that, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I did that good, right?
Nice.
That looks good.
I think in the NHL, I think Sidney Crosby is one of the more superstitious cats. Whoa.
Now we're back.
Nice.
So what do we have left, dude?
Well, we didn't think of a 3 stars.
All right. Well, we could do a quick hero and zero. All right, so I just have a 0.
Go ahead.
So my job, I have to get a yearly kind of like physical to make sure everything's good and stuff.
Turn your head.
And it's at work. So I had it today. I had to get like blood drawn and shit.
Is your boy Savi doing the did he do the cup check for you?
So Safi just got David, but so I'm talking to the boys and they're like, yeah, it's standard physical. And I'm like, do I got a cough? They're like, yeah, you got a cough. I'm like, all right, well, that's just what I want to do on fucking 10:30 on a Wednesday morning. But here we go. So I get in there, I get the blood drawn, piss in a cup, finally see the doctor. He's talking to me. He's asking me about my life and shit. I'm like, this guy's just trying to fucking butter me up, right? So at the end, he goes, okay. And he like goes to stand up. And now I'm thinking, okay, so this is when it's going to happen. So I stand up and like I go to unbutton my pants and he just sticks out his hand to shake my hand. And I'm like, oh, is that it? And he's like, yeah, that's it. I'm like, oh, okay, this is fucking awkward. Get back to the thing. I'm like, fuck you guys. They're all laughing at me and shit.
That's awesome.
Dude, I was like, come on, man.
That's awesome.
So,
that's a good prank. That's a good one.
Dude, I am so glad I just didn't drop my pants. Like, he would have been like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
That'd have been hilarious. We'll have to do our top 3 pranks at April Fools.
I mean, that was a fucking good one, dude.
That is a good
like,
one.
I was so fucking pissed, dude. Like, I already rescheduled it once because I don't really like getting blood drawn. And I'm like,
you are covered in tattoos.
And so that's what everybody says, but it's different. When I'm getting a tattoo, I'm looking at it go on my skin. I don't like seeing blood come out of me. Like, I just don't like that. What?
Look away.
I did, but I still don't like it. So I didn't want to do that. I thought about doing it later. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just do it today. I'm like, God damn it, dude, this Wednesday's gonna suck. And it really wasn't that bad. So that was probably my 0 for sure.
I don't really have a 0, I don't think. I mean, my 0 could be me, this fucking job I'm on, all the trials and tribulations that we've been going through. But I will say that my hero is another hero besides Jenks is in Jenks's neighborhood. The good people of Jasper who have been fighting the Canadian wildfires and trying to save that beautiful part of the country. But shout out to them.
Like, do they have a team that like kind of gets together and like tries to prevent this? Because I feel like the whole Canadian wildfire thing is like pretty much a yearly thing at this point.
Well, I think wildfires are part of nature's way. It's a cyclical thing, the forest regrows. But there are what?
I had this thought the other day when I was in my truck. I don't know why. I think maybe Robert Downey's like him being the new like super villain or whatever. But I was thinking about
clear he's a villain.
I was thinking about like superpowers, and you know what superpowers like never really brought up.
What?
But like, dude, if you could control the weather, I think that'd be such a sick superpower.
Storm from the X-Men controls the weather.
That's all she did though.
I believe so. It was Halle Berry. So
like, I think that would be a sick fucking superpower.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But I wonder if there's like a butterfly effect. Like if you're making it rain here, is it you causing a drought somewhere else?
No, I'm just saying, like, dude, if you don't want to go to work, blizzard. Sorry. Wake up the next day, you're off. Boom, 75 sunny, mild breeze. Like, that'd be fucking unbelievable. You don't want to go somewhere, like your girlfriend's like begging you, or your wife's like, we need to go see my parents. Boom. I don't know. There was a fucking we can't drive in this. Like, what are you talking about?
That's why I'm home and everyone else is still down at my in-laws.
Would that not be unfucking believable, dude?
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Yeah. I will say something like Wolverine though, like he doesn't age, he's impermeable, and he's got those claws. That's pretty good power.
I'm glad you brought that up. I went to a movie last week with my mom. I saw the new Twister movie.
Twisters.
Yeah, dude, it's actually pretty fucking good.
I would suggest the technology has improved quite a bit.
It was pretty fucking good, dude. And I love tornadoes, so that was dope. And I brought that up because you just brought up Wolverine. I need to see the Deadpool movie.
Deadpool and Wolverine. I was talking about going to see it tonight, but I'm too tired. Yeah, that'll be one of those nights where Riley's a mess, and I'm like, all right, see you later. I will say this. I took Riley to go see the Minions 4, Despicable Me 4. And I'm never going back to this movie theater. First off, this is my 0 of the week. Fuck you, Regal Cinemas.
Oh,
yeah. So we go to the movie.
I thought you had it in at the movie theater, dude.
Not anymore. She quit. Yeah, fucking loser. Yeah, she's my loser of the week too, or 0 of the week, Biz. So we go to the movies and it's a fucking mob scene, right? They're selling the tickets at the concession. So it's a huge line. Yeah. We're going to be late. And I'm like, all right, we're skipping the concessions. We'll just go in. The tickets cost us $30 for an adult and a child, right? It's kind of steep.
Oh, yeah, dude. So I went to Twister. It cost me, I think, because we went to like the Nice Theater or whatever, just for me and my mom too. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it was between $40 and $50.
Yeah. So it was $30 for an adult and a child. And then on the way out, I was like, why don't we get a slush now? Because we didn't get one before. So we go to the concession stands and we get 2 slushes. I don't remember what we got, some candy, she wanted. It was another $30. So we went to the movies, me and my daughter, and it was $60 fucking dollars.
Brownie, literally the exact same thing happened.
I was like, what the fuck is this? Yeah,
like I remember, dude, that used to be like one of the fun things to do. Like, oh, hey, let's go see a movie. It's not that expensive. It gives us something to do.
It's insane. And you know what? Fuck you, Tom Cruise. I don't need to go back to the movie theaters for $60 a whack. Good Lord. We can wait till it comes out. And there's all kinds of. I found out.
Or you can just dude, you can just buy it on like whatever streaming thing it comes out for like.
That's my wife does now. My wife buys them because you can buy the movie for like $20. You can watch it as much as you want.
100%.
Yeah, for her, anyways. I mean, but what did I just see? I just saw I just saw Ford versus Ferrari.
Yeah.
I have no interest in car racing. I think it's I'm sorry because you're wearing a shirt,
Wow.
but I think it's I'm sorry, buddy, but I think it's a dumb fucking pastime. So, hey, listen, everybody, I'm not going to yuck your yum, but it's not for me. This movie was riveting. Great movie.
Okay.
Great movie.
I haven't seen it. I'll have to check it out.
And it's a true story based on true people and true events that I didn't know what happened. So I was on pins and needles. And it's got a great cast.
What show was I talking about last time you talked to me?
Wasn't The Boys because we both finished that.
Oh, I think I actually have some new episodes to watch of that. Maybe not.
No,
I watched all of Shoresy. Shoresy was really good.
Yep, I saw that. Yeah,
I'm on to Dexter. I'm restarting Dexter, so that's what I'm doing right now.
Never seen any of it.
What, really?
Oh, here you go. Give me your top 3. Here's a off the fly 3 stars. Give me your top 3 shows or movies that you've never seen that people would be like, "What?"
Forrest Gump.
Okay.
I got to keep thinking. You
go. One for people that are like, "What? How have you never seen any of this?" Is what's it with the dragons? Game of Thrones. Never seen a single episode.
Wow, dude.
Never seen a single episode.
That is crazy. Shit, dude. I don't really know. I think I've seen a lot of things, but you always make fun of me for not seeing shit.
Well, that's an age difference too. But like in Dexter, I've never seen a single episode of Dexter.
That's fucking crazy to me. Curb Your Enthusiasm. I've never seen that. I heard that's pretty fucking good.
It is very funny. Yeah.
And Seinfeld.
Larry David. You've never seen Seinfeld?
I've only like bits and pieces, never like watched it. It would just be on.
Yeah. No, I get you. I've never seen a single Kardashian.
Oh, I haven't seen those either.
Yeah, which I don't feel is a big deal. Although someone
I've seen clips of it, and there's this guy on that show. His name's Scott.
You seen what?
Like clips of it.
Oh, clips.
Yeah.
Misheard you there.
There's this guy Scott on it, and he's fucking hilarious. All he does is chirp them the entire time. It's pretty fucking funny. Fuck, dude. I don't like watch The Bachelor or that.
No. I don't see any of those. No, we were having this conversation when we were working the other day, me and the kid, and we were talking about different things. Like he's never seen Lost.
I definitely haven't seen all the Star Wars.
Neither have I. I've seen the old ones, when I was a kid, but
I don't think I've seen the old ones.
He's never seen. This is how we started talking about this. He's never seen any of the X-Men movies, and he's trying to figure out how to watch them.
I have either.
Yeah, they're good.
But
there you go. There's an off the cuff 3 stars.
All right, Brownie. What else do you have for the people at home?
Oh, that's it. Just if you're gonna be at the Huskies golf tournament, please come by and say hello. I will be set up next to the clubhouse, and I'd love to have you on the podcast if you're a former player or some big wig. And next week, big get on the old podcast. Should I say? Assistant coach Lindsey Berman.
Oh wow! Okay,
yeah, big time. So she's coming on next week. Very exciting. Man. Alina compared her to Jessica Campbell, who just signed with Seattle as the assistant coach.
Mm-hmm.
Alina texted me and said that she could see Coach Berm on the same path.
Cool.
It's pretty high praise.
Hell yeah, dude.
So,
especially from her.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, wherever you're doing, if you see this big, bald, beautiful man out there putting out fires in Alberta, it could be Jerome McGinley. Please tell him we said hi.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. We will talk to you guys next week.